Equestria Girls, save our camp. On their night at Camp Everfree, Twilight, Sparkle, and their friends gathered around at a campfire, sang songs, and told stories. One camper told everyone about the legend of Camp Everfree, how it's the name of after Guy Everfree, a power of magical spirit once to live in the woods and promised to return. Some campers were scared, while all then were so excited to be spending a week away from Castle High. What sort of fun adventures will they have? The next day, the campers were already comparing their experience. "I love it!" Applejack exclaimed. "We're far enough in the wood to take away from the magic. We have it old-fashionable. No flying, no tricks, and just our own smart and talent." "I don't know. Magic makes it easier for us to do things," argued Rainbow Dash. "Yes, but it's since they enjoy the trees and animals like beauty of the woods," Fluttershy said. As the girls debated, the pros and cons of magic were interrupted by a perky voice. "Good morning, Camp Everfree. My name is Gloriosa Daisy, your camp director. It's my job to do anything it takes to make the best week ever." "So tell me what you want to do," she said. "Seriously, you can't do anything will you make the greatest week of your life?" While everyone chatted exactly about the endless possibilities, Twilight noticed the limo pulled up the ground in Lincoln's by reach. The 10 men in a very fancy suit who got out to look very suspicious. Sunset Shimmer leaped in front of Twilight, putting her spine and how. "Come on, Twilight, let's check out the lake. Do you know what the docks is?" Rainbow Dash wraps up. "I know where to go. This camp is awesome. We sail boats, go swimming, catch fish." As Rainbow Dash rambled on, Twilight smiled. She was so distracted by her friend's excitement for fun that she totally forgot about Flittery Rich. On the dock, Principal Celestia and her sister, Vice Principal Luna, reminisced about their time at the camp many moons ago. "Remember our gift camp for Everfree?" asked Celestia. "Oh, yes," Luna nodded. "Working together to build something in the camp was one of my favorite activities as a camper." As they helped Applejack onto the life jacket, a loud crack stopped in their tracks. A huge section of the dock splintered apart. Rarity screamed, "No! That was supposed to be a runaway fashion show!" Instead of the creases, Applejack's eyes lit up. "A new dock yelled should be our gift to our camp." Well, while everyone gathered around, Applejack shared the design's ideas. Twilight overheard Gloriosa whisper to herself, "It sure seems a lot of work. We may not have even camp next year." Twilight elbowed Sunset Shimmer. "You hear that?" Sunset nodded and motioned for Twilight to follow their tent. "But something weird is definitely happening," Sunset whispered. "But it will take an act of magic to the dock or help Gloriosa to camp on open." "Oh no, I see what it's going," Twilight shocked his head. "You heard Applejack's camp is supposed to be a place where everyone can get away from magic." "Come on," Sunset begged. "No one will be mad if we use magic to save Camp Everfree." Twilight felt torn between taking a time out from magic and using the perfume good deeds, and she wondered what to do as objects to tent suddenly lifted on the ground. "Whoa! Is that magic?" "Yes, for the magic," Sunset asked in amazement. I didn't know to do that." "See, Sunset, I can't control my own magic." "What if using causes more harm than good?" Just then, the items that had been floating crashed into the ground, making the bunch of disaster zone. The next day, the strange things happened any time Twilight was around. Pinkie Pie put the mess in hall when a weird cookie decoration explosion covered in the kitchen batter and sprinkles. At the rock climbing, Applejack somehow became so strong and nearly sent Rarity crashing to the ground, throwing her hands in frustration. Rarity produced a plush to sink, Applejack flying into the lake. That night, Santa noticed Twilight sneaking in the woods. She followed her down the path, calling out, "You're worried you're causing all this, aren't you?" Twilight turned to tears in her eyes. The magic almost hurt people today. What if I destroy Camp Everfree with my magic? Everyone will hate me and I feel terrible. It'll like you need my mind, Sunset. I'm scared. Sunset gets Twilight all day. I've been turned into everyone's thoughts and memories, and you know why I'm starting to think there's something about this place that's bringing magic in all of us. Just then, Rainbow glowed and shot out to a cave in the rock quarry. The girls couldn't resist a closer look. Tiptoeing inside, they found themselves in a magnificent crystal chamber in the middle of sparkling beauty. Gloriosa stood whispering to herself. I can't sell Camp Everfree, she said dismally. It's been my family generations, and Fliffery Rich gets his hands on his land. I just know he'll use magic for evil. Sunset showing a flash into the past of Fliffery Rich inside Gloriosa's office. Laughing, "Face it," he said. "You're running out of money to keep the dump open. I'll see you at the end of the season when you're forced to sell it." "You can't let Filthy Rich, but can Gloriosa?" Sunset pleaded and snapped back at her present. Gloriosa was shocked to see Sunset shimmer and Twilight, even more surprised. They could read her thoughts. "Impossible!" Gloriosa cried. "Plus, I just know you and friends had a terrible time. I don't think the other campers will care in every closest." With a far-off look, she declared, "I'm going to take this own hands." Gloriosa broke off the handful of the power crystals inside the cave. The crystals suddenly transformed her into Gaia Everfree. "Behold the powerful nature. It's my turn to use my magic to save." With a wave of her hand, Gaia trapped the girls in the spirit vines and shot them ground. "No!" As Twilight and Sunset Shimmer screamed, Gaia floated off and leaving the forest branching in her wake. Back at the yard, the campers ran into cover, huddling together. Rarity turned to her friends. "We've got to stop Gaia and trapping us in here." Applejack nodded in agreement. "This place is active of our magic. We have to use to help Gloriosa come back and save Camp Everfree." Fluttershy used her ability to talk the animals to convince some groundhogs and Dick escape the tunnels for the campers. Applejack summoned her strength to roll the boulders through the wall and branches, where Rarity uses a shield to protect her fellow campers. Pinkie Pie decorated with explosion sprinkles. Rainbow Dash ran lightning fast. Slaps Gaia created a tornado of dust and distracted her friends that tried to stop the walls and roots and trapping them forever. But no matter how hard they tried, they couldn't stop Gaia's wall and growing bigger and thicker. Just when it seems would be trapped forever, Twilight and Sunset ran up and joined their friends. Thanks to some from Spike who chewed out the grip of the vines. As they grabbed one another's hands and a white light shot out the Gaia's wall, the brambles instantly distributed on Gloriosa's back. In the days that followed, the campers repaired the damage of the gap and what Gloriosa guardians set up a fantastic fundraiser to keep the camp from Flirty Rich. The campers did it. They gave a Camp Everfree the best gift.